Just a short one. Okay, they're reporting that the Russian military is attacking Russian installations in Ukraine. It makes sense. When the Ukrainians are attacking you in the east, you do have a right to cut down on their military to help save the problem in the east. It's not an invasion. It's a war practice that says you've got to cut down on the weapons and the force that can harm you. And as far as I know, that's exactly what Putin is doing. I do not call it an invasion. I call it just normal war practices to protect your troops and your people in the east. The United Nations, especially run by the USA and Biden, they just keep pushing and pushing. The whole world knows that sanctions is not going to hurt Russia. Sanctions are only going to hurt the rest of the people in the world, especially when it comes to fuel, gas prices, millions and billions of dollars spent stupidly. Now the last thing I heard is this goddamn president of Ukraine wants us to supply him with nuclear weapons. Oh my God almighty. That'd be the lousiest thing in the world the United Nations or the United States would ever allow. The people of Ukraine are leaving by the thousands and thousands. These are men of fighting age that's getting the hell out of Ukraine. Then you've got your Ukraine military, which probably maybe 75% of the people are Russian. How many's willing really to fight? I'd say probably 50%. So it's stupid for those people to really fight and die for a lost cause. But the worst problem is a few people directing millions of people to go out and spill their blood and guts over a lost cause. Totally stupid. Really stupid. But that's the way the world always has been. Power and greed. A few thousand around the world controls hundreds of millions of people. And as far as us making decisions, I'd say the last decent decision we ever made was in World War II. Korea, that was all right. We screwed up, our generals screwed up, and politicians screwed up. Once we got back across the 38th parallel, North Korea lost the South. We hadn't lost very many men. And then the stupid general and the politicians decided they'd go ahead and go right on through and take all of North Korea. That's when Americans started dying by the thousands. We got up north. China asked the State Department, "What's your intentions?" Didn't get a decent answer. Stupid general said, "Hell, we might as well go ahead and go on into China too." And boy, our government gave him a lousy medal. They should have kicked his ass, put him up against a wall. 2 times, China said, "What's your intentions?" And we kept moving all the way up. China said, "Do not screw around the Yellow River." We paid no attention. My brother was up on the Army side, Marines on the left side. Well, China doesn't warn you 3 times. They did. Hundreds of thousands of Chinese troops coming over those mountains toward our men. My brother said that was the most terrifying sound of bugles and burp guns he'd ever heard in his whole life. Bothered him for year and a half after that, after he got home. Fortunately, he was lucky he made it all the way back to the south. Vietnam, same thing. We paid no attention to what happened to the French in Vietnam. Our generals and politicians, hell, we don't listen to losers. When the French offered their assistance on how those people fought. Like I say, generals, we don't listen to losers. That was a mistake. Cost a lot of American lives. Red flagging gave us an excuse to attack North Vietnam. We're good at that. So anyway, we ended up losing after 15 years. As far as I know right now, Vietnam's doing pretty good. So we have to sort of make up for it. If you talk about invading countries, we invaded Panama. International law, is that what it is? And then we had to go in and invade Grenada, whatever you want to call it, on the pretense that our students there were in danger. That wasn't a reason. We just didn't want Cuba there. So we invaded and took over Grenada. Then, what was next? Daddy Bush and Iraq. After the Iran-Iraq war. Daddy Bush